Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. Today we're going to be continuing on with this week's theme of Random Rumble, where we choose songs randomly from the spreadsheet. Alright, so this week, we're doing Random Rumble. Today, though, we're going to be checking out Moon Safari. Crossed the Rubicon. Now, I'm kind of interested in this because the idea of crossing the Rubicon is beginning a difficult task that you cannot turn back from. Once you've started it, you've passed the point of no return, and there's no going back to the way things were before you embarked on this journey. So, cross the Rubicon is kind of maybe the idea of proceeding on without the ability to go back. So that's kind of interesting. Other than that, Moon Safari, I have no idea. It's kind of a wild band name. I really have no idea what we're going to be getting into here. But I'm excited about it just based on that song title alone. So let's get into this. Let's see what Moon Safari has for us with Cross the Rubicon. Very happy. Not really what I was expecting. Quite uplifting, though.
People, my people, farewell and adieu. I am leaving you all for a life behind the walls. Old friends,
beautiful harmonies.
Take care of each other. This love came to be. Nothing but a memory. Gone are the times when I knew you were mine, but I'll keep them inside. Among the things that I hide, playing the fool just won't do me no good. So I try to play it straight, though it's much too late. Moving on, moving on. Same thing, same way. Oh, moving on, moving on. From all stuck on today. You might try to find me. There's nothing left but memories fade from the life that I've made. Everyone's begging for answers, but there's something to tell. 'Cause I don't know.
The vocal lines have a little bit of a hymn quality to them, almost some Baroque melodic lines.
Keep replaying, only make me angry. From another point of view,
That one line, ever present, ever present.
You stop me at the supermarket, ask me how I'm doing. Once again, I'm lying to you, tell you that I'm alright. Everything between us seems to sadly fade away.
Alright, I get the reference of the title now.
Only me, a photograph, and every Sunday. Mary, my love, it's late. I'm tired of myself, this isn't leading anywhere. Mary, I've realized I'm just a selfish jealous guy, but this is me letting you go.
Ooh.
Off down the highway, straight into the sun.
There's that organ. Why does that sound so prominent?
Sleeping the day away. Moving on. Sleeping the day away. There'll be no happy end for romantic like me. All we do is run while love is bleeding in the street. We have a whole damn lives to wear our problems now, and then we say the words I love you when the words don't mean a
Yeah. That little progression there was real nice. Sort of like a melancholy pensiveness, thinking about the past and being sad about it. It's really nice. Really nice progression there. Really interesting Holly stuff polymeter going on there. There are bells. What? I didn't hear the bells at all up until that part right there. All right, so that was very interesting given what we normally do on the channel. And I am beyond grateful for the little bit of new sounds. Um, so the song appears to be a sort of post breakup song. I think it was the second verse, third verse. I said, I see you in the supermarket. You ask me how I'm doing, and I lie to you again that I'm fine. That's the Rubicon, is breaking up with someone, ending well, maybe not necessarily breaking up with somebody. Given the album is called Lover's End, I'm going to say it was a romantic relationship, but losing any sort of friendship is sort of a Rubicon, so to speak. Once you end that friendship, it can be difficult to ever go back to the way things were before. Even if you end up becoming friends or romantically involved again, there's always going to be this stain, this pocket of time when you weren't. That's going to inform the future. And of course, the events that led up to it, whether it was, action, inaction, whatever situations that led to the friendship or relationship falling apart, those ideas and those memories of the feelings of those times, whether that's betrayal or anger or sadness or whatever, they're always going to sort of taint your current relationship with this person. Like I said, even if you end up becoming friends again or getting back into a romantic relationship. So, yes, ending a relationship is definitely a Rubicon, and I like that this is speaking about what happens after, but it's done so in a bit of an uplifting manner. Yes, there's melancholy. Yes, there's sadness. Like you said, uh, you know, they asked me if I'm okay, and I said yes, but I lied. Okay, it's definitely not all honky dory. Just there's that uh those emotions that go with losing a friend. Um, but the chorus says that we've crossed the Rubicon, but keep the memories. So that time was still good. It was still a part of your past. It is still a part of you. You should hold on to them. They were still good times. You still laughed and learned and grew during those times, even if that person's not a part of your life anymore. So I like how it is a post breakup song, but not the typical angst or sorrow that we see in a lot of mainstream breakup songs. Right? This is definitely, I think, a little bit more of a mature approach. I think it is something that we tend to see as we get older, where we just kind of understand that nothing lasts forever. Sometimes friendships fall through. Sometimes we screwed up and we own up for it. Maybe other people fail us, and we just understand that it's time for things to break off. And you do so maturely. It still hurts, it still stings. You're still sad or angry or frustrated, but that doesn't mean it was a waste of time. And I just like the maturity that the song is bringing to that message. And you may be thinking, Brian, you're talking a lot about the lyrics here. Are we really on critical reactions? Yes. The music, once I realized that the music was more of a stage for the lyrics, the story to be told, I paid a little bit more attention to the lyrics. It helped that I could understand them. That's not always the case on this channel. There's a lot of music that even if I figure out that the song is about the story, I still can't hear what they're saying. But I could really tune into what was being said here. A lot of the musical aspects were looped. It kind of took the A B pattern, verse chorus, and just ran with it for 10 minutes. There were several verses. We hit the chorus several times. We had two guitar solo type of bridge sections, but the music really wasn't evolving or changing in any way. Um, which I guess I could probably come up with a way to work that into the theme, but I feel like I'd be grasping at straws a little bit. I'm just going to say that that's how they write songs, or at least how they chose to write this one. I obviously can't speak for the band as a whole. I've only heard one song from them. Um, but the music works in that manner. It does a good job of setting a stage that is a little uplifting but not happy. That's sad but not sorrowful. It's not heavy. There's definitely moments I talked about closer to the end. It was one of the new sections at the end. It might have been the second bridge, where the chord progression and the harmonies singing over it gave it a sort of melancholy pensiveness. It was definitely thinking about the past, and a little bit of it, it was sad, but it was also the future will be better kind of thing. It was all these emotions kind of mixed in one of, sorrow, maybe regret, but also a little bit of upliftingness because the future's still ahead of us. We still have our life, and the past wasn't all bad. Like he says, hold on to those memories. So I think they just do a really good job at creating an atmosphere that works throughout. Now, I'm not going to say that I think the song entirely works. This is a 9 and almost 10-minute song that I think would definitely work a little better as maybe a 6 or 7 minute song. There were a couple of sections that just did not work for me, and it's mostly because of the repetition. They had two slow burns, and as far as I could tell, maybe there is some nuance I didn't catch, but for the most part, they seem to be the same build-up. Maybe things were done out of order. Maybe there was a new part added. I don't know, but they seemed very similar in structure, and a lot of this song actually utilized the same exact guitar phrase. Um, it was just present like everywhere. Um, and then, of course, the chorus, the pre chorus, those sections in the vocals were reused multiple times. There was just a lot of repetition that I don't know necessarily aided the song as a whole. Sort of felt drug out a little bit. But I will say that the overall song works. And maybe on a next, on a subsequent listen, I might hear something and be like, oh, okay, dragging it out in these sections actually helps with the message a little bit, or aids with tension. Maybe those pockets of slow burn are there to kind of provide space for some of the other parts of the song. I don't know. This is all first time reaction right here. um, but yeah, there were a couple of sections where I was like, all right, can we move on? We've done this before. We've been here. I've heard this same guitar line a million times. Why is it being spotlighted again? Kind of thing. Um, but other than that, I enjoy the overall emotional field of it, the maturity and the like I said, the mixture. There's so many emotions here just kind of being mashed together, creating a very mature sound that's delivering a mature message uh, that I think is really important because, like I said, a lot of the mainstream music we listen to about breakups is negativity. Very rarely do we hear about the positives. Uh, that's kind of weird. Yeah, we broke up. Excellent. Let's throw a party. That's not necessarily what I mean, but we focus on the negative emotions instead of any of the positive aspects of it, like reminiscing about old times that are still good, or thinking to the future, seeing how we've grown, who we've become, with this relationship or friendship in the past, and where we can be going now. Uh, that we've grown as a person since then, and one door closes, another door opens. So I like the nuanced take here about how things are not okay, but that the relationship is not bad because of the breakup, and the future is not horrible because of the breakup. There is no rage, there is no getting revenge, there is no, utter depressive sadness that the world will never be the same again. It's a very modern, mature, true look at a relationship. Well, at the loss of a relationship, and I just really enjoy that message. I think that's all I really wanted to talk about. Like I said, the music was kind of samey throughout. It just provided a sound stage. Oh, the vocal harmonies though, I can't get enough of it. Oh, speaking of vocal harmonies, some of these sections seemed very hymn-like, and I don't know if that was intentional. I have heard um, kind of that almost cringy country music, not country, Christian music that pulls these hymn sort of melody lines, and I've applied them to like pop or rock before, and to me it always seems kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cringy to me, but maybe other people enjoy that. I'm not bashing the style, but I'm hearing some of that in here, and it's just really interesting that I hear maybe like some 60s or 70s pop, especially in the vocal harmonies, but then we have some of these melodic lines that feel ripped straight out of hymns. And it always catches me off guard because it's usually only like four or five notes and how they're arranged and their relationship to each other. And it just comes out of nowhere and then it fades out. Like, yeah, we didn't do that. What do you think you heard? You definitely did not hear a hymn line there. But if you put like a stereotypical church organ behind some of these vocal lines, if you weren't listening to the words, I don't think you could tell the difference. Um, so yeah, that part's just really interesting because, like I said, they come and go. They're like little ghosts of these homages, ghost homages. But yeah, so that's Moon Safari across the Rubicon. That's my thoughts on it. Now's your chance to tell me what you think. Hit me up in the comments with your ideas, thoughts, anything you felt listening to this. If you thought that my analysis was on point or completely off, hit me up in the comments. Let me know those kinds of things. Above the comment box is the description box. You can check out links associated with the channel that are not necessarily other things to watch. Although sometimes there are, like the videos YouTube has blocked. I have a link in there to check them all out. There's also a link to the Patreon if you would like to join the Discord community or vote on future bands and themes. And there's also a link in there for the request spreadsheet. If there's things that you want me to check out, you can add it to that. And finally, there's a subscribe, a like, and a bell button. If you're interested in checking out more of my stuff, you can hit all three of those. That helps out the channel immensely, and it helps out you as you'll get notified when I drop new videos. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow with some more of the random rumble stuff. I can't say that normal. It's just, you can't just like, yeah, it's random rumble. It just feels so weird. It begs to be said with some sort of emphasis, whether it's empowering, like you're entering a ring as a wrestler, like random rumble, or just like some weird, funky, like random rumble. It begs to be said non-standardly. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm a weird dude, okay? I'm not going to deny that. I sit in front of a camera and talk about music all day. Uh, I don't know if that makes me. I kind of feel like it does. I talk to a camera about music. I guess it's normal, right? Lots of people do YouTube stuff. It's kind of the norm. Maybe I'm just old for this. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird. I don't know. Anyways, I'm drifting off. We need to finish this video. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. UTC with more critical reactions. Until then, you stay safe out there. Keep being awesome. And have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you choose to watch my videos.